Greetings, Blue Table fans. I think that's going to be my new thing. Alright, folks, got an email. Jordan's over here painting and looks at me like this. Really? So, got an inquiry here. It's a young person writing a paper. What is it? Senior paper. Creative non-fiction paper, a topic of his choosing. Oh my gosh, really? That was the topic you were given? Alright, great. So here are the questions. This is to someone who's completely new to anything like this. What is Warhammer 40K? Have you ever seen a little girl playing with her dolls? That, but for middle-aged men, that's what Warhammer 40K is. Like that scene in Spaceballs, where it comes in, Darth Helmet, what is it? I definitely didn't see you playing with your dolls. So anyway, it's toy soldiers. All miniatures battles games really are really very old. In the Disney movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the old guys are downstairs and they have these they have these wood-like soldiers, and they're bowling, they're bowling balls to, knock them over. That's a form of miniatures battles. Chess is a form of miniatures battles. So yeah, it's like that. It's a 6 foot by 4 foot board, typically, and you have little miniatures where a guy is about an inch tall, and each person has an army, and they set up and they use tape measures and dice to determine the outcome. Yeah, this is a great thing to explain on a video for people who already know all of this stuff. But that was the question. What is tabletop gaming? I think I just covered that. Who plays 40K? Age group, ethnicity, type of person, etc. Gonna say males, mostly male, and I'd say smart people. Miniatures battle is definitely a very intellectual pursuit. Even though young people play, it is mostly middle-aged guys. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, there you go. Maybe I just think that because people commissioning armies to be painted tend to be a little bit older, I guess. Like 25 to 45. Anyway, all right, you know what? I'm doing my best here. That's my answer. When do you get together and play? When I started, we used to play at my house, and once a week. And a lot of people go to a game shop, a local game shop. The term FLGS, Friendly Local Game Shop. But that's about it. And here, obviously, in the studio, we have lots of great terrain and equipment and everything. Also, there's cabals of well-off men who make man caves for this. Like, they make these deluxe gaming areas where they have everything on display. Kind of like what I've done here, except mine is a little more public. And when are some big events around here? Well, I don't know where here is. Why, in your opinion, do people play 40K? Why do you play 40K? 40K as opposed to any other hobby? I think miniatures battles in general is a great indoor sport. It's year-round, and it captures the imagination. I've always role-played, so Dungeons and Dragons since age 12, and it, when I saw miniatures battles, it just captured my imagination. There's something imaginative about it. And sometimes I think, well, how can we compete? Because we sell armies for $500, $1,000, $2,000, $8,000. And I'm like, why would someone not just get a really good TV and an Xbox? And the fact is that it's tactile. There's a physical thing to it, and there's a pageantry to putting together an army That's why it's so awesome, is because it's so difficult. I've always postulated that golf wouldn't have been successful if the hole were 10 feet round, because it wouldn't be difficult. And I think that may be a man thing, to give this, this insane challenge, Throg, I bet you no climb up there and steal pterodon eggs. Wait, isn't a pterodon from the Lizardman Codex? So anyway, you get the point. Something insanely difficult, like, knock this tiny little ball into a hole that's 250 yards away. By the way, you get 3 chances. And something that's insanely difficult attracts, I think, the man mentality. Or, as I might call it, the mantality. So, how did I get into 40K? Yeah, some friends of mine came over and they had a White Dwarf magazine. I was hooked! And, by the way, 40K is not the only miniatures battles game out there. There's Warhammer Fantasy, same company. There's Privateer Press, which puts out War Machine and Hordes, kind of the same game. They're fantastic. What else, guys?
Malifaux?
Thank you, Malifaux. Malifaux's getting kind of big. They've had some staying power. There's Historicals. There's Dystopian Wars. That's a new good one that's coming out. What else, guys? Come on, help me out here. Flames of War is a Historicals one. Lord of the Rings, yes. And people are always like, why don't you do more Lord of the Rings? Listen, whatever people are commissioning, that's what we'll do. But to some extent, yes, we get to showcase whatever games we want. We can promote a game. But Lord of the Rings, just not high on the priorities list right now. Okay, what else? Is that it? All right. Well, there are more. There's a lot more. Mantic. Mantic has Kings of War. And in fact, I really want to try Kings of War. What armies do you play? Why did you pick that army? My favorite army is Eldar. Because I'm like an Eldar. I like to dress up real fancy and go prancing about. No. Yeah, the Eldar, all their armor is bedazzled. That's fantastic. Yeah, I love Eldar because they're so, just something about them. Their whole mindset. And Tyranids. And I don't know why, but I love me the Tyranids. Oh man, they look just so cool. And they're scary. What?
Because they're great.
Yep. Yeah, those are my two, but I really kind of love them all. Is there an army I don't like? Let's see. Not orcs. I love orcs. Love me some guard. What other armies are there? I love Grey Knights. That was my third army. Dark Eldar, awesome. Can't keep my hands off them. What?
All flavors of Space Marines.
Yeah, if I had to not like an army, it would be Space Marines. Yeah. Boring. Yeah. Eldar, taste the rainbow. So, are you a very serious 40K player? The answer is no. No. Well, there's a thing going on now where it's like casual gaming versus competitive gaming, and I just do not have the brain power for competitive gaming. That's just not in the cards for me. So, but I do pay attention to it, and I read up on it because I have to do what I do, and yeah, and I get to see what's good because people are commissioning that. Let's see. Do you paint your own miniatures? Sometimes. Sometimes I painted the Oceanic Eldar, and I painted the not all of them, but most half at least. Tyranids, my last 2 sets of Tyranids, I had a hand in doing those. But mostly I just set it up. If it's my own personal army, I kind of experiment and figure out what I want, and then I just put it out to the crew. So that's how that works. But I do enjoy painting still. How much time do you think you spend painting building your army? That information, sir, is not forthcoming. I would say, though, the average artist takes between 40 and 80 man-hours to paint up their army. So that's That would be my rough estimate. All right, well, that's the end of the questions. So you're welcome, Ben. A video just for you. So the rest of you, don't get your hopes up, because I usually have to just give really short email answers to these. Thanks for the kind words. But it does mean something to me. I really do like the emails, and as of now, I actually do read each one. I'm wondering how much longer I'll be able to do that. Well, on that rather depressing note, I will bid you all a fond farewell. Could that be my new sign-off? Instead of hope you got your inspiration for the day, I'll be like, on that depressing note.
Just say something sad.
There you go.
Everything.
Yes. Puppies died today.
Oh.